Today we're going to talk about adding and subtracting of fractions with unlike denominators. There are 7 things we really need to follow. First of all, we need to always remember to change the denominators to make them the same. Well, if we change the denominators, that means we have to change the numerators because we've got to make those equivalent fractions. We always have to borrow for subtracting if needed, and then we add or subtract the numerators, and the denominators, remember, always stay the same. And if it's improper, we change it to a mixed number, and we always simplify. All right, let's look at this. If I want to calculate the sum, so 4/9 and 2/3, I've got to find a common denominator. 3 can go into 9, so I'm going to use 9. 4/9 would stay. 3 times 3 is 9, so 2 times 3 is 6. 4 plus 6 is 10 over 9. Improper, so 9 goes into 10. 9 goes into 10 one time with 1 left over out of my 9. That would be my final answer. Number 2, I'm 19 and 1/8 plus 7 and 5/6. So I am going to change my denominators, and I'm going to use 24. 8 times 3 is 24, so 1 times 3. 6 times 4, so 5 times 4. Now I'm going to add my 3 and my 20 to get 23 over 24. And 9 and 7 gives me 26. And that would be my final answer. Cannot simplify it anymore. All right. Skip some that's on your notes, but let's go ahead and look at those that are on your notes. It says, number 1, we want to calculate the difference. So number 1, 2/3 minus 4/9. I want to calculate the difference on that. First, I want to get the common denominators. So I have 9 as my denominator. 4/9 would stay. 3 times 3 is 9. 2 times 3 is 6. 6 minus 4 is 2 out of 9. So it would be 2/9. The next one, we have is this exact same problem right here, but it is subtracting 19 and 1/8 minus 7 and 5/6. So everything we did a while ago is the exact same. So we still have our 19 and 3/24 minus 7 and 20/24. But can I take 20 from 3? No. So I have to borrow. That becomes 18. So now I have 18. And I make that as a 27 over 24. Now I can subtract. 20 from 27 is 7 over 24. 7 from 18 is 11. So it doesn't matter if you're adding or you're subtracting, you're going to always find the common denominators. All right, number 1, 6 and 4/5 plus 8 and 9/10. Common denominator would be 10. So this one doesn't need a change at all. 5 times 2 is 10, so 4 times 2 is 8. Add 8 and 9, I get 17 over 10. 6 and 8 is 14. Got it improper, so 10 goes into 17 one time, so that makes that a 15 now, with 7 left over out of 10. The next one, we have our denominators is 4 and 5. Well, they both can go into 20. 4 times 5 is 20, so 3 times 5 is 15. 5 times 4 is 20, so 4 times 4 is 16. Add my numerators, that would give me 31 over 20, and 5 and 6 is 11. 20 goes into 31, one whole time with 11 left over out of 20. Next one. Our common denominator would be 21. So the first part doesn't even change. 7 times 3 is 21, so this would end up being 3. 3 from 4 is 1 out of 21. 8 from 16 would give me 8. Number 4. 5 and 20 are my denominators, so 20 would be my common denominator. So the second fraction doesn't even change. 5 times 4 is 20, so 2 times 4 is 8. I can't take 9 from 8, so I have to borrow. That becomes a 14. I'm adding those up. Gives me 28 over 20 minus 6 and 9 twentieths. Now I can subtract. 9 from 28 is 19 over 20. 6 from 14 is 8. So your final answer would be 8 and 19 twentieths. I want you to do 5, 6, and 7 on your own, and tomorrow in class we'll discuss these.